Lane here. Today, I'm bringing you a message to the war community from yours truly. So I was going to actually do a video all about Point 5 and what I feel the best upgrade route would be in light of the video I shared yesterday on the official answer from Supercell regarding the matchmaking process. But instead, I'm actually going to do that tomorrow, so I apologize if you guys were tuning in for that video. The reason being because gauging the temperature in the community right now, I kind of thought today's video was needed a little bit more, and in today's video, I'm basically just going to check in with everybody, all the clan war enthusiasts out there, and anybody who just enjoys the game like I do. Obviously, we all love the game so much, that's why you're tuning in, and that's why we're as passionate as we are. So, the purpose of the video, like I said, is really going to be to let you guys know the feedback that I've been giving to Supercell, and share some of the answers I received from them with you guys today. So before I do that, there's a couple important points. Number one is I'm speaking for myself here. This is not an official video, and this is not like some kind of a message from them through me or anything like that, or any kind of a conduit. But basically, I actually asked permission to share their response on cheating and modding and botting, and a few other issues that they haven't really spoken about before. So like I said, I'm only putting a few little statements out there in my own words that I've received from them, but I'm not like some sort of an official conduit for them. So I just asked permission, oh, can I share this answer? And that was basically it. But I am going to discuss some other things that I'm mentioning to them, and really just touch base with you guys in today's video, because I know a lot of, every comment I get on half my videos are, what about this, Ash? What about that, Ash? Are you asking about this? So I basically just wanted to touch base with you guys on all these things. And obviously, I can't share all the answers that I get because I am on non-disclosure agreement, which means that it's a blessing and a curse in a lot of ways, because I get to hear all these answers, and some of them, I want to share with you guys, but obviously I just can't legally. But I am going to share all the feedback I've been giving. So let's start with that. So the number one thing well, maybe not the number one thing, but one of the big things that I'm stressing while I talk to Supercell is for better representation in the war community, and even some up-and-coming YouTubers. So obviously, like, I love, you guys know, I love Jake, I love Powerbang, I like Clash Tutor, and all kinds of smaller YouTubers like Judo Sloth, Clashing with Maddie, Clash Wars with August, and Clash in the North. I could go on for a long time. But for the game to grow, for the game that we all love to grow, I feel like we need new up-and-comers, and I watch literally dozens of videos a day because I'm a fan, right? So I really try to keep the pulse of the community, both in the forums and on YouTube. So I feel like I have a pretty good sense of where the community's at. So that leads me into my next point, and that's better communication from them on all these issues that I'm talking to you guys about today. I think they're starting to improve on that, but I'll get to that in a minute. So that's one of the other things I'm talking about. Another thing I'm talking about is more in-game attention to wars and to the competitive clashing environment as a whole. Obviously, that means more war game content, like, troops and spells and stuff like that apply more towards the competitive game, and also more superficial things like rankings and in-game tools like, calling bases, stuff like that. Like, just kind of brainstorming new ideas to share with them, to run them by the team and see what they think. Obviously, I'm not saying these things are all coming, but it's just some of the things that I've been asking for. And lastly, obviously, every time that I've spoken with them, that I've gotten the chance to talk to the developer team, I've obviously been asking about modding and cheating and all kinds of botting, anything in the game that I feel is starting to pile up into a crisis mode. You guys might know that I've really never addressed. I've never had a video like, I've only had one actually. I had the 3 wishes for a Clash of Clans in 2016. That's the only time I've ever addressed modding, because I'm kind of a believer. I know everybody has different tactics, but I'm a believer that if you don't promote something, then it won't be an issue. And I don't want to revolve myself around cheating. I don't want that to be what my channel's about. But obviously, I think we're kind of at a crisis point right now, so that's why I'm addressing it today. And so let's get to some of the answers, right? So the better representation. I feel that this is coming a little bit at a time. I'm excited to have Wicked Gaming here, who's a war content provider from Australia. For those of you who don't know, check out his channel, great stuff. And I'm obviously really hoping that I can get to work with Powerbang and Jake at SC sanctioned events in the future. Because let's face it, everybody has their favorite YouTuber, right? But no matter who your favorite is, or no matter, who you prefer, it's always better to have more than one voice representing each community in the game. And obviously, Clan Wars are such a huge community, a huge part of the game, that I feel we need better representation. So I think that will be coming, hopefully. I know there's already a little bit more promotion and sharing going Powerbang's way. Like I said, Wicked Gaming's here, and I hope that continues. And I am still giving, providing names of up-and-coming YouTubers that I notice. So hopefully, I'm only one guy, but I'm always putting that out there. Just, I like those guys. So better communication, I think that will be coming too. Look at Clash Royale. The Clash Royale team puts out balancing updates, and instead of just telling us what they're doing, they explain why they're doing it. So whether or not you're a Clash Royale player, they'll say, hey guys, we're reducing skeleton hit points. And then they go on to give us a paragraph about why they're doing it. So at least we know the thought process more behind these things, instead of having to play the guessing game. So I think that Clash of Clans will start to move hopefully more in that direction, and maybe staying in touch with the community a little bit more. Obviously, my video yesterday was something that I had to ask, I had to say, okay, can I share this? Can I share the clan war, the math, or not the math, but I guess the process, but the real, true, official process behind clan war matchmaking? Because I found it interesting, and I think that was, a step in the right direction. Obviously, today's video, to me, is another small step in the right direction, because they're allowing me to share their answer, or at least their response to me on modding. This is not a bombshell. I'm just sharing you what they've been telling me. So don't hold me accountable. Again, guys, don't shoot the messenger here, because I think we're all trying to fight the good fight in a way. So as far as more game attention to war, like I said, I was asking for all that war content and stuff like that. The sense is that I'm not 100% sure. I think this next update will have some interesting implications on the war scene. I'm excited to see how it will play out. I still want more, of course I want that, but it's important to understand that we see the game through the eyes of a very competitive minority, and there's actually hundreds of millions of players who aren't, as hardcore as we are about wars. If there would be, million or 2 million subscribing war channels, and there's not. We have a relatively small but very vocal and very, very important community. So, and I think we keep the game thriving, to be honest with you. Look at Clan War Update. Clan War Update was the biggest update in the history of Clash of Clans. I think we need more updates like that in the future, but again, you have to remember we're not the only ones in the game, so it's always, it's always important just to sit back and realize there are going to be other content, and there is going to be other content added to the game other than just war stuff. But obviously, my big wish, obviously, is, a really refined tournament system. But for that to be added, I think that cheating needs to be addressed. And that's my last point of this video. And, I asked them every time I visited. I said, this is a big issue in the game. It's a crisis. If you're ever going to add some sort of tournament system or expand upon Clan Wars, this is really important to the community. I mean, like I said earlier, guys, I can't post a video or a tweet without you guys saying, Ash, we don't care. We just want modding fixed. Ash, we don't care about the war. How yesterday's video, they got a few comments, got probably a dozen comments that, Ash, it's all great that you taught us, or you're sharing with us the how clan wars work, but why don't you fix the real problem here, and that's cheating. So every time I've come here, I've asked them, what are you going to do about modding? Do you care about it? Are you going to address it? And the answer I've gotten from them is, and I'm just telling you for what it's worth, in my opinion, that I really believe them, that it is an absolute huge priority for them. And they tell me that there will be a solution, and it will be addressed. I wish I could tell you guys more, so you're going to have to take it for what it's worth. And, but like I said, just sharing what they've been telling me. They hate modding as much as we do. I can understand to an extent the skepticism from the community about, do they really care? Because we've been asking for a while for a fix for modding, and we haven't seen anything yet, and we haven't seen it addressed. So, I can only share my point of view, but I know that it's a big issue for them. So I wish I could tell you guys more, but like I said, that's what that's what I know. I know it's a big issue, and they tell me they are going to address it. So before I let you guys go, a little bit of a change of topic, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the response I've gotten from my Beyond the Mic episode, forgive the cheesy title, but thinking of titles is tough, guys. So the response I've gotten has been so overwhelming, and I haven't had a chance to respond to any of those comments before, but just know that from the bottom of my heart, I really hesitated uploading that video, and boy, do I not regret it. It's been overwhelmingly positive, and thank you so much, guys, for just, taking an interest in me and in my history, and it really touched me, to be honest with you. It touched me in a way that no video has ever done. So, boy, I'm just, like I said, I'm just so happy I shared it with you guys, and I just want to thank you all for sharing your stories with me. It means so much to me, and the love, in a community that can be toxic at times, the genuine love I got from you guys was, I don't know, it's gonna make me choke up. So I'm gonna shut up. But thank you for listening to my ramblings today. I try to touch base as much as I can, and I just wanted to thank you guys for being there for me, and hopefully I'll continue to be there for you. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care.